put my thing.
Now I can
Hello. Hi, everyone. Okay, I'm just going to put in my thing here. But today, we are at Kat Crowley Fisher's house. And Kat is an old friend who I've known forever now, who joined my team. And posting that, there we go. She joined my team, and hey, Lisa, thanks for watching. So here is Kat.
Hey, Lisa.
And she's actually gonna let me do her makeup live. So this is a big deal.
I'm not even gonna look.
She's not even gonna look. So, and she's got tons of makeup and tons of Younique makeup. So this is like makeup party Saturday night here. Good fun girly time.
There's that blue you gave me a long time ago.
Oh yes, a good blue. Yeah. Okay, so we have. It looks like your skin feels like you're nice and moisturized, and yep. Okay, so let's get some primer. Oh, here we go, some primer. And do you have some sponges?
Oh, that you gave me. Look.
Spongy. She is going to be going to Hawaii in a few days. Oh, yes. Oh, good. Okay, my little mesh purple bags.
Now I can see the light coming and going like you were always saying.
Yeah.
Like
See how it changed?
Half the time.
Yeah, isn't that weird? Okay, so I'm putting some primer on the sponge. It's a crime not to prime. And we just had a discussion about why makeup can look like too cakey when you put it on straight without primer. So this is a perfect way to show the difference. And now, has anyone else? Oh, you had somebody do your makeup for that wedding you were in, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, the lady ended up being not a makeup person.
Oh.
I think she was just at the salon, and I'd be like, so what do you think I should do here? She's like, I don't know.
Oh,
it was
God. Oh, okay. So
she did an okay job, but I mean, I could have done a better job. I kept saying, darker, more. I'm not here to look natural. Put some more eyeliner.
Now, Kat is really fair like me.
You can say Kathy, doesn't
Kathy, okay, so yeah. But she's Kat online, so she's fair like me and has some redness in her skin like me. Now, what color do you have of
this? I got the.
Oh, you got scarlet.
Palest.
Okay, so you got scarlet. Okay, so now this will be fun for me because I've never worked with scarlet before. So I never worked with Miss Scarlet before. Miss Scarlet.
So you just put it in the middle there?
You put it in the middle. Put it in the middle.
Now I used to just do it with my fingers. What's the?
Well, it's just it gets easier spread. It's more easily spread. I'll put a little more in there. Yeah, so it's like in the hole. I'm moving it around in circles.
Because whenever, like, on the one day that I was watching all those makeup videos, I think they all contradicted each other.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's true. It's very easy to, once you watch a bunch of people, because everybody's got different ideas.
Like, whatever you do, don't use a brush. Whatever you do, don't use your hand. Whatever you do, don't use a sponge. Like,
yeah, I'm like, whatever works. Whatever works. I have customers that use their fingers for those powders, and I couldn't believe it. I mean, they tried everything, and they were like, oh, the powders actually work best. And I'm like, well, they're getting rid of them here, and they
the pigments, you mean?
The pigments with their fingers, and I couldn't believe it because I couldn't do my fingers with powder, but they're so into their fingers.
You know that lady, and I don't know her name, she's got the green hair, she's in Michigan, she's like a black presenter, she has videos.
Oh, yes.
She uses her fingers a lot.
Yeah. And she does excellent.
She's amazing.
Yeah. But everybody's different. It's like, I'm like, whatever works.
I just like that all the makeup people that I've been seeing with Younique are like covered in tattoos and blue hair. And...
Yeah, that's the cool thing about it. And it's like, it's interesting because I've seen a lot of conservative people, conservative in style, and I've seen lots of like wild people and
everybody seems to get along.
And
I said I was going to pay attention to what you're doing. So
yeah, so I'm just
Is that the right color?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's neutralizing a lot of your pinkness, but at the same time, it is a good, excellent match because you are the palest that they got that they
Yeah.
go up to. So.
Well, I know when I sent you that picture of all the colors on my arm and even scarlet, because my arm is even paler than my face.
Yeah.
Even the scarlet looked dark. Like, oh no, I'm gonna get clown makeup now.
We're going for high fashion clowning.
Yeah. Kabuki. It's 1991.
Yeah, I know. But I did that for the longest time. I would buy the palest.
Me too, or white.
Yeah, we do the palest and the whitest, and it was just seemed like the right thing to do. It was our.
Well, when you have pitch black hair or whatever other
that's
weird.
Right. Yeah, and a lot of it's just moving, going up and applying it up, an upward motion.
So the fact that you're going over the same places over and over again doesn't mess it up. Okay.
No, because when you're doing it with a brush, I'm actually blending in all the places that I first blended it in. So that makes it blended. You can see how much more blended it is.
Yeah, you can't even see it.
Yeah.
Because I remember I was joking with you when you were doing your mascara.
When you're doing things,
time.
you're like, you're moving around so much. But see, that's the thing is people, when you're not a makeup person and you put it on, you think you just put it on and it's on. And it's like, no, you have to keep moving it and you have to keep, the more you move and the more you do it. That's why that whole joke. Now I'm still very gentle in terms of makeup artists.
Mm-hmm.
Like that there's that whole slang term that's called being beat. Where like, oh honey, she's beat. Oh, she beat my. That's called being beat your face because the makeup artist would go like, so like when your makeup was done and it was done well. Oh honey, your face was beat because it was basically beating your face.
Doesn't sound like a good thing.
It's not a good thing, but that became like the thing. It's a slang term, So okay. So
now I can still see all my pores and everything, but from far away I look alright.
From far away, yeah. And we're gonna do more because this is only the first layer. This is actually the second layer because the first layer was primer. So you got multiple layers. we're just laying down the foundation.
When you did that mascara thing and you were like, I was counting how many times you had done it. I'm like, you did it like 50 times. And I'm like, I do twice. It's like, no wonder your mascara looks so great.
But see, that's another thing. We think that one coat, when you go like that, that's a coat. That's just a little brush.
Right.
That's just brushing one time. But I think from years of like commercials, it'd be like, oh, only one coat. And it's like, yeah, right. There's
so now I count. I'm like 30, 31, 32, 30.
Until you get it where you want it to be, you don't give up, No, okay, so you've got this one and you got this one. So I'm going to use one of these because I like to use the cream shadow brush for concealer.
Okay.
And so I'm going to use one of these for the concealer. But you don't see your pores as much as you did before.
No, not at all.
So so that's the key. So which color is this? Is this the? So she's got Scarlet Concealer. Okay. Now, have you noticed that the concealers run? They're almost like a shade lighter than.
Are they? No, I haven't.
Yeah, they're a tad lighter.
So maybe this will be too light.
No. It's perfect because you need it to be a little lighter because we're actually going in where you have like a little darker circles and stuff, and then blending. So here you can watch me while.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There we go. Let's see. And then it was just lightly blending into where I've already put it in. And see how that is? That's like a huge. It's like a big from one side to the other. And I just lightly blend that in.
I also noticed all the lightener people are using, or the sparkle, or the highlight and everything. Mm-hmm. I think that looks good on people.
Oh yeah.
Because most of me is still stuck in 1987. So.
Right. But it's funny, that stuff was around in 1987, but we just did it differently.
Right.
I mean, you were doing all total goth stuff, but I was only goth some of the time.
Right.
And playing around with that stuff. I used to do yellow here, yellow lids, pink in the crease, and blue in the V. That was like, you know, that was my go-to. It was either blue or turquoise. Okay, look up at the ceiling. There we go. And the concealer is really rich. You can cover tattoos. Have you ever like tested it to see how it does it? If you
No, but we can.
Yeah, here we go.
I like flashing my boob.
Flashing your boob on public Facebook. Let's see how well. Now yours are pretty dark, so
Yeah, and I'm very pale too. So.
you're very pale, so. But still,
I'm sure a couple of layers would do it.
A couple of layers would do it.
It's a silly tattoo anyway.
I never knew you had one right there. What are those?
It's a vampire bite.
Oh. I was like, what is that?
It looks like a cartoon rabbit.
I know. I thought it was some sort of a something. I didn't know.
Bullet wounds. I don't know.
No, yeah.
I'll have it adjusted, but I was just so happy to have anything done because I'm so squeamish.
Was that your first one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, my first and only, it nearly killed me.
Yeah, I every once in a while I catch yours as like under your arm or something.
No, it's right here.
Oh, okay.
You know, see?
Marvelous.
Yeah.
It's not always good to have your coworkers looking at your cleavage.
But on me, somehow it, like, I think it's because you're more fair, but on me it almost covers it. But for some people, it's, I think I've noticed it on olive skin, and it covers it like totally.
Very cool.
Yeah. No more dark circles. Yay! Now, do you have Behold setting powder?
Not the powder, no.
Oh, okay. You have the spray, right?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Okay, so, but you do have you have the pressed powder. So what I'm going to do...
I'm crawling under my desk. I had the spray. Maybe I didn't.
No, I don't need the spray right now. I was hoping to have you had the Behold setting powder so I could do some baking. Could do some baking.
Here's the one that you gave me. Here's some extras.
Oh, okay. No, that's all right. That's all right. I'll use this. It's okay. So we're just gonna do some baking to set this concealer.
And what are you using? I'm sorry.
This is the press. Yeah.
It's a different color though. Is that all right?
Wait, it's okay because we don't want to. You end up looking like a raccoon with it super light. So that's something that a lot of people don't do. They'll put the concealer on, and then it starts to settle, and starts to settle in your wrinkles, and then you get to then you're like, oh my god, I start to have streaks, and then it doesn't,
Okay.
So if you set the concealer, there we go. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. Better already. Okay, so let's see. Bronzer. Yeah, you got a bronzer. I know I saw a bronzer in here. Down below. She's got a lovely setup here. Let me just do a switch little thing. Isn't it pretty?
It was set up nice, but now I have it all over the place.
but it's still, and she's got her little, this comes with her pencils, and she bought our brush sets that come, I didn't even know I thought I see them in this, but I had no idea. You got this lovely thing, and you got a cool lid, and it looks like a tube, and you open it up, and it's just like a surprise of
and I think it's leather.
Yeah, it's a nice leather case with the flourish. And it snaps on, and you got the pretty flourish here. So, okay, so okay, here we go. Okay, you got sunset. Okay, good. I can play around with sunset. I haven't seen sunset yet. And I forgot how dome they are when you first get them.
And are they two different colors? What's going on there?
Yes, one side is shimmer, is solid, and the other side is marble. So that's...
It'd be nice if I actually read the product before. I'm just buying stuff.
And this is actually a good blush color on you. Warm.
And I need this because going to Hawaii, I need to look a little less like a corpse.
And you do a number 3. Think of a 3.
Okay.
You know how you do a 3 like that?
Mm-hmm.
And this goes close to around your hairline up here. So
it's supposed to mimic where I've been sun-kissed or whatever. And since I never get sun-kissed, this is all...
But look at it. Look at the difference from one side to the other.
Yeah, definitely.
You know?
Well, look at all the thumbs up.
I know, yeah. Hey, Andrea, thanks for the likes. Okay, so this is Sunset Beachfront Bronzer.
And you're just mixing the shiny and the non.
Yeah, I just kind of go switch around like that. But if you wanted to, I mean, one side is more shimmery. If you wanted to just do shimmer, and you can use this as a shadow. You can use this as
yeah, you say that you can use them all. For
everything. You use
everything.
everything. All the powders are like that versatile. So they're that much. They're fun. And I think I may even do some of this as your shadow.
Okay.
Just because it's like as soon as I put it on you, and let's see if we can get. Let me unplug this just for a second. See how pretty, how warm this goes with her hair. Yeah.
And now I've been hearing that you guys can't play music at the same time or something?
Some people do, but then I think I just happened to see some guy who was playing like a whole bunch of techno, but technically we can't.
Okay.
Because it's
it's copyrighted.
Copyright thing. So then we go back now. Do you have any loose powder whatsoever or any finishing?
Let me look at all my junk. No, these are all pressed.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, it's all right. It's all right. I do it with press too, but I just wondered.
So that would be, my next thing that I need. Oh, this is from you too, so that isn't the right one.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Half my stuff is from you.
From where?
From you. Remember when I went over to your house and we traded stuff?
Oh, yes. But yeah, it doesn't matter. You can still use it. It doesn't... You don't always, you know.
It's like the Younique police are going to come.
The Younique police are not going to come. Hey, Christina, she's on here. She's on here. Yes, this is a big deal. She's on Facebook Live. She's letting me do her makeup live.
Yeah, Christina's done my makeup before too.
Oh, she has?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Sitting in the hotel room in D.C.
Oh, that's fabulous.
She did my hairs.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Yep.
Well, it's always good to have some high maintenance friends to help you along.
You said it, I didn't.
Well, I don't. but high maintenance compared to oneself.
Absolutely.
You know? I know. I am a self-admitted high maintenance person. I told Patrick right away, you don't realize how long it's going to take me to get ready, and I'm just going to warn you. Take a book and get comfortable. Get comfortable, because it's going to be a long way. And then he used to go to his car and read. I'd be blow drying my hair and playing music, and I'd be like, oh my God, he left me, you know, and he'd disappear. Well, he was used to being by himself.
Oh, right, okay.
So, and he's an only child. He would just, you know, he didn't used to have, like, even it just, didn't, you know, he hadn't had roommates in a long time, and guys, when the roommates don't, you know.
Completely different.
So, yeah, so all of a sudden I stopped blow drying my hair, be like, honey. And then I remember all my girlfriends who were like, you're dating this young guy, he's going to leave you, so, you know.
Nice voice.
Yeah, and they're just nasty, you know, just haters, you know.
So you're just putting powder all over my face?
No, I did the bronzer here.
Oh.
And now I'm just doing the powder as a little lighter powder back as a highlight. So anyway, so I would tell him, all of a sudden then he'd come back in and go, honey, were you? I was in the car reading. It got too noisy with the blow dryer and the music and all that. I go, oh, okay, well just let me know where you're going.
You haven't left
So you feel like you abandoned me. Oh, but it was goofy. Okay, so yeah, we did a little sculpting here, little bronzer on either side of the nose, and a little powder, and okay, so now, okay, do you have, all right, let's see, what do we have? She's got some palettes here. She's got every palette.
Except for 4, because that one annoyed me.
4 annoys you?
That's your favorite, isn't it?
Well, it's not really my favorite. No, 4 I use a lot for brows.
Oh, okay.
But I don't.
4 has that blue in it.
Has the blues in it. But you know, those blues really aren't as blue as people think they are. You know, they don't. They're more. Instead, they look like you with that blue of 4 looks like it would be like a baby blue and then a navy, but they're really much deeper. They're more. They're workable blues. They're. Okay, so I'm going to go to Brassy in palette 1. Let's see. Do you have a fan brush?
No fan brush. That was the one that they sell by itself.
Yes. Hey, Tammy, thanks for joining. Oh, wow. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of these small fluffy brushes. She's got everything. She buys stuff and still keeps it fresh and neat. And she's just like...
I buy it because I want to buy it.
She's just acquiring.
I just don't necessarily
I'm
want to use
unwrapping. So it's makeup hoarding.
Christy knows.
Okay, so I'm doing a little bit of brassy. This is the deluxe brush. Oh, just to have all these brushes be so nice and new. And it's like so fresh. So this is going to be your highlight. So I'm going to do a little tapping. Brassy and palette 1. So this is in place of the fan brush.
Okay. And the worst thing they can do, or the best thing they can do, is when they have that the sale of something special and everybody has to sign on and you're like beating people to death again.
Yes.
That's like my dream come true. Oh, I'm number 7.
You gotta have it. I gotta have it. 3 more minutes and I'm on. Yeah.
I bought it. Okay.
I bought it.
I don't know what I'm gonna use it for, but
I got it. I'm in. I got it. I remember those auctions at those cons you were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Okay, so now I don't want you can see
wow.
Yeah, see? Mm-hmm. It looks a little disco. Doesn't it? Okay, we're just gonna do from the side so you can see her highlight. Look at this. Look at how pretty. She's never had this before. This is all new. To do bronzer and highlight, and I'll be back soon. Hubs is trying to watch football. LOL. Okay. So she's leaving and coming.
Bye.
But she's not totally signed off. Kat, you were so beautiful. Can't wait to see you all done. Yeah. Gorgeous. This is so fun. Turning you on to highlight. I mean, the first time I did it, I was like, oh, this is disco. I'm like, why is everybody acting like this is new? But it's new to them.
I do think disco.
Yeah.
Our gold lame jumpsuit.
Yes. I'm thinking gold lame. Did you see my video when I got the jacket? My YouTube video when I went shopping at Burlington.
No,
I got a bomber. You know how bomber jackets are. I got a bomber jacket that has like all this Japanese stuff on it with gold, and I'm like, this is so roller disco. I've been wanting this since the roller disco days, and I'm sure anyone who's under like 40 has no idea what I'm talking about.
Roller disco.
Roller disco. All right, so the eye primer. The new eye primer.
Here's a new one.
Okay, so we're going to go to that. Do you want Patty? Patty Sheeran's in this. Wow. Awesome.
Hey, Patty.
She is one of Patrick's aunts.
Oh,
yeah. This is fantastic. We're having a makeup party. How's everybody doing on Saturday night?
You want me to open those?
No, it's all right. It's all right. I got it. I'm just having fun. It's like Christmas, opening up all these things. Like Christmas. So yes, some of these, sometimes I use these cream brushes for the splurge shadow, the cream shadows, and sometimes I use them for applying things like the eye primer, and sometimes I use them for concealer because they're like the perfect shape. So I'm putting on, this is our new improved eye primer, and I'm just kind of blending it in. Now, if I was doing it all myself, I'd be doing it with my fingers.
Okay.
But I like being more sanitary as possible when I'm doing other people's.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Or else sometimes I'm doing just sponges that are disposable. But yeah, it helps that it's all her stuff. So.
I'm giving my own germs back.
Yes, your own germs. Own germs.
Because when I use my finger, I feel like I'm putting a lot on. And it doesn't look like
you don't have the control. You don't
Right.
have as much control as when you can do it with a brush. So, and I just blend it in a little.
That already looks better than anything I do with my finger.
Yeah, because it's you're able to get a smaller amount and.
Come here, Miss Ivy.
Okay, so what I would do for your brows, I was thinking this.
Okay.
Because this kind of the chipper. because that kind of matches her
sort
hair.
Of a reddish brown?
Yeah, it's a reddish brown, and it's matte. When you do your brows with a shadow, you want to do it with a matte color. And you take, this is I call it our double header, because one side has an angle and the other side is straight. So this is how you can actually,
a straight one.
Yeah, I'm using the straight edge.
Only you and I know what that means.
I know. So I'm doing the straight edge underneath the brow, right underneath it. Whoops! Oh, I'm doing got this in the way. I'm giving you a little bit more of a bulb. But this, I call this little part like a bulb. It's almost like,
Okay.
So rounding in the bulb, and then I do this little angle thing, at the little angled edge to do more of the hairs here.
Okay.
And then I'm just brushing into the hair. You can kind of see how I'm doing from that mirror.
I'm not blocking you.
Okay, yeah. See how I'm doing like...
Oh, okay.
Going like that.
And you're giving me more of an arch than I have, which I like.
Yeah. So you start a little lower, and then you go out and into the curve. It's like low. It's almost like a little part of an O,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know. I was going to say, I don't know how you do it so much better than I do. Well, 35 years of experience. That's how. And you're not impatient like I am.
Right. And then that's the thing. It takes practice. So then I'm also doing this. Here, you can look down there. I'm just kind of doing a little bit with the brush and then seeing where I need to go. And I may need to there's one little spot I'm going to do under here. Right there. Just clean that up right there.
It already doesn't look when I do it, maybe it's because I'm using a pencil or waxy or whatever.
Right.
It looks like I've got pencil drawn on my skin and then my eyebrow hair sticking out of it. Yeah. This looks better already.
The powder with the brush and then blending it in and then combing it. These little
gosh, I have an eyebrow.
These little spoolies, and you can do buy them at the end of you can use old mascara ones, but you can also buy them at Sally's, just packs.
Okay.
Or we have it at the end of we sell an eyebrow pencil that one end is a pencil and one end has these.
Okay.
But the pencil is either it has it's a warm brown and then there's a dark brown. But what you have to do is, for me, when you see me do this, I'm drawing with the straight edge, the curvy edge. Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, so yes, you have one. So, yeah, even with this, if you're going to do this, and this is this is the one you need because it's the lighter and it's a warmer. You would draw not like a line. You would draw one line underneath here. I'll just kind of do it. You would draw one line underneath here. You're not drawing into the brow. You kind of draw underneath here. And then you draw into the hair as if you're drawing hair, filling in, and then you're drawing as if you're drawing the hair.
Okay.
So you think that your face is like a canvas and you're painting hair into it, So then you would take this and work that into it.
Yeah, that looks much better than anything I've ever done.
Yeah. And then there's always a little bit you might have to clean up. But see, there's that.
That looks great.
Yeah, and it matches your hair.
All right, it's not too dark.
It's not too dark, and that's why...
And they don't look drawn in like when we were growing up.
When we were growing on, and we used to say, about the people, we used to say Safeway. I don't know, for some reason, there's this Safeway near where I went to beauty school.
They had drawn on
and it was like they were, because early 80s, anyone who was time warp from the 60s, they did these eyebrows that looked like it was like a comma on their eye, and it was and it was like one sweep with a pencil, and so it'd be like, oh God, I don't ever want to look like I'm working at Safeway with drawn on eyebrows.
We had a lady in our neighborhood who was very sweet, and so I won't say her name, but we always used to say, I do not want to look like
that
Mrs. So-and-so.
Yeah. Well, at least nobody was telling you were going to look like Mary from Tasty when you get to be 50.
From Tasty Diner?
Yes! You know what I'm talking about.
Everybody.
Yeah, Mary
When you hit 50, well,
yeah,
there you are.
Yeah, exactly. And I pretty much, I mean, because she would wear leopard print,
Right.
you know?
Well, that's what happens. But look at 50 now. 50,
I know, 50 is totally different than it was then, you know?
50 was an old lady.
Yeah.
And maybe it is still to someone, but
Yeah.
it doesn't look the same as
Yeah.
it used to.
Yeah. Now this side, because you actually had more hair here,
Okay.
all I had to do...
Should I pluck it more or let the other one grow
you're
in?
fine. You're fine. This side, actually, you need to let grow in because you don't have as much over here. This side, I didn't have to draw as much of a bulb because this side actually is where you want it to be. So this side, I just did like this, and then I did the line.
Cool.
And then I just kind of filled it in and did that, and there, and then I sweep up into here. And when you sweep up, you're also brushing the hairs to go in the right way.
It really just looks like hair. That's amazing.
Yeah. So I'm just going to fill this in right there.
And it doesn't look like the one that's Lana. What's her name?
Oh, yeah.
12-year-old makeup mogul.
Oh my gosh, it's so true. Now I'm laughing because now every time I see that character on that show.
Oh, Svetlana, right.
Yeah. I'll have to fill you in on that character off camera because it's not
Not family friendly.
Not family friendly. I mean, I do have a lot of shameless fans on my Facebook group, but it's not worth it's not worth talking about on here. There we go. Pretty. So it seems like, and that's how it was when I first started doing them with this, because I had to get used to the product. But I'll do a close-up.
Okay.
We'll do a close-up with the phone so people can see. And I'll do, just to show, I took this edge here and just did a straight line and then drew, and then an edge here and then drew, and then kind of filled it in there.
That's interesting because I tend to find myself drawing from the top, and that does make them look real heavy and weird.
I just discovered going down. I just discovered that just like a month ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That was just like my new favorite thing. And it saves the time too, because I used to draw from top and the bottom,
right,
and then color it in, and then I had to deplete and take away, and it was a whole thing. So, okay, so now we are in business. You've got your primer on. Okay, so let's do you just want to do some warm tones, make it easier?
Well, normally I wear eyeliner and a lot of eye makeup, so if you could do something that I would like to wear on a regular basis.
Okay. Let's just put all these.
Because, natural's pretty, but that ain't me.
Okay. Well, I could do these, since you like the warmers. Well, maybe I'll do these, but heavier.
Okay.
So you can see. And maybe I'll do some of the grays, since...
Because, I gotta look good for Mr. Padalecki.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
She is going to a Supernatural con. And she goes and pays the money and stands in line and gets to meet all the actors. She has an album of her with all these hot, good-looking dudes from the show.
Yep, and they look like we know each other.
And they look like you know each other, and they're hugging, and they're all these. Those pictures make me so happy. I just love those pictures so much. Just everything. Okay, so I'm gonna do back to the bronzer, and I'm gonna use this as her transition shade.
Now that's in the crease or above the crease?
No, a transition shade can be anywhere.
Okay.
It just means that it's like where you start, and it's like a medium. It's not too light, it's not too dark, and it kind of gives you like an even playing field so that when you put highlighter, the highlighter bounces off of it, and when you go darker, the darker.
That makes sense.
So, yeah. So this I'm going to kind of just do all over as your transition. Except everything but right here.
Okay.
So if you want to check that out, see?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I'm doing a little bit above the brow bone, so I'm not just doing it to the crease. So when you did the cut crease, how did that go? You said, what's that face?
I didn't. I could do the dark lining above the crease, but I didn't know I forgot what I was supposed to do over here.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, okay, I don't know.
Well, one thing is that you don't have to go too far out, but luckily you just go from, imagine an angle from this part of your eye. You just like think of like this. So some people do tape.
I saw that.
Yeah. And you just kind of just go from here and it reaches the tail of your eyebrow. So when you do your brow, like you see that where this goes, you go from here to here. So that helps you. So you're not going out that way. You're not going across that way. It's like there.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a little guide. And some of this stuff has been around. I mean, I remember learning, that was in my beauty school book, and that was actually from the 60s. And the same thing with, like, doing an arch, perfect arch.
Well, I remember the old, this.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
17 magazine.
Yeah. Some stuff is just timeless. It's just different colors and different application. Like the way it's been done, like I'm moving the shadow around. I'm not going like this.
Okay, that's what I also think you need to learn.
Yeah, it's moving it around. Okay. Just gonna plot this because I can tell you're getting a little warm.
I'm hot.
You're just getting hotter and hotter the more we want to do this makeup. Okay, so where is that other...
Change the fan around, excuse me.
Okay. I still have my shadow from this morning. This is the palette. This is the, where is it? The anniversary edition. This is what I have on. I have on the anniversary palette. This is the Kudos. So if you see me post about the Kudos, that's what I've got on. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to Brassy. And I'm actually doing that with this. It has a little bit of the concealer on there. And this will be your warm highlight here. I'm just going to move this so you can see closer. So the world can see closer. But see how that looks lighter right there? And see, I'm not just going like that.
No, you're keeping it on the eyeball
keeping it
part.
on the actual round part. Yeah. And it almost, like, see how that lifts your eye open more?
Yeah, that's neat.
Yeah. And even though that looks better with some shadow on it, how that looks it looks more open.
Yeah, like where it's just around the circle.
Yeah. So
like a highlight. Well,
yeah.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
You're showing this curtain.
Oh, okay. Thanks. I'm trying to show details, and I thought I had it on the right. Yeah, there we go. So I'm doing with this color family. I think it's easier to show people techniques when it's colors that they feel comfortable with.
Right.
Because if I was showing you all this with like palette 5, even though palette 5 would be fun to do, it would be over too overwhelming.
I agree. Yeah, I'd be so busy focused
on the colors. Yeah. So that's part of the reason why I'm doing this too. Okay, so I'm just going to go to, let's see. I'm going to go to, ooh, that's right, the Sculpting Trio. Let's do Sculpting Trio, this one. Okay, so I've talked about this before. The Sculpting Trio has a brown for the contour and a brown cream, and then a light cream, goldish metallic for shimmer for highlight, but it also has a gold powder in here that I like to use as a powder highlight. So, hey Teresa, thanks for joining. Okay, so
I just realized I waved like my mother.
All right, so we're gonna do this brush. This is the end of the liner, fluffy end of the liner shader, and that's what I'm gonna do up here because you see there's a little bit of a. We want this to be the lightest spot.
I used to use white.
Yeah.
Well, I guess when you're using black, white makes the most sense.
Yeah. We used to use black everything. Now, I like to do the most lightest spot is here, not over here.
Oh, is
Because
where?
you want is over here.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. Because that's where you want to have it sparkle, not even here, because that's almost too much. And then you blend that part out with this. Yeah, oh yes, I forget, you can see right there. There's a whole mirror right here, and I totally forgot about that.
Someone look at the little tiny TV screen.
Yeah.
Or the phone screen.
Well, I really appreciate this. Is amazing that we're doing this. Jan's missing it all. I don't know where I would have thought Jan would have come on right away, but she
Blackmail
maybe
stuff.
they're out. Maybe they're out tonight.
Oh, they're always out.
Well, with the band stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also putting a little bit right here too,
Okay.
and that brings a little more shimmer. See how that is?
Cool.
Yeah. Now you could use this cream in the outer V, but I'm actually going to do for a little more intensity. I'm going to go to Forthright, and Forthright because also it's a matte, so we can actually get some good contrast going. So do you have? Oh, you got the blender brush. Okay. I am looking for. It came with the kit. It came with the kit.
Okay, so it's in here somewhere.
Yeah, it's the angled shadow.
Here's the blending brush. Here's a deluxe eye brush. Here's.
This is it. This
Okay.
is it. This is it. It's got. This is what I love. I love this brush. This is my favorite brush. This because it has an angle. This is perfect for doing the outer V, and then you can blend it.
I don't even
smooth
think I noticed that it had a angle
it
to
has.
it.
Yeah, it's an angle.
Yep.
And so that you can do the angle of your outer V with that.
It happens when you take stuff out of the package and you can see how that works. Oh my God!
It's amazing when you take it out and not just hoarding it.
Yeah.
Makeup tonight on hoarders.
Yeah.
Marilyn helps Kathy with this hoarding it makeup, but you have it so pretty. It doesn't. It's not. It's
not that bad.
It's makeup decor. It's makeup as.
Yes, it sounds worse than it is.
It's makeup as acquiring decor. No, believe me, I've seen true makeup hoarding. Remember, when I first came last time, and Nelson has those things with the those drawers for the mechanics.
Yes.
And
right.
Someone has their whole room,
the
whole room of pink chests, and everyone. Oh, and here's my drawer for this, and it's like a whole thing, and it's like, oh, here's my drawer.
That stuff expires though.
I know. I don't know how in the world. I have no idea, and I should have saved that video or at least favorited it. You know.
Right.
So now I'm doing this in your outer V.
Oh, I like.
Yeah. And I'm going to get the blending brush.
Yeah.
It's hard with nails. There we go. I thought I had it. I haven't played with our blending brush yet.
Those are your nails underneath.
Yes.
You can see. It's
but
obvious.
the only thing is my nails won't grow like this long without the stuff on top. So.
Well, mine grow away from the whatever they put on top.
Right.
So mine curl in weird directions.
Mine do too.
Yeah, but you look great.
But I do them every 2.5 weeks.
Oh, okay.
I do the fill-ins every 2.5 weeks, and they're able to.
And they zzz underneath.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the technical word.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's what we like.
You just got to get back in the punk rock mode.
I just got to get it back into caring. That's the problem.
Hey, Lori, thanks for joining me. You got to get back into caring. I just nearly fell over. Now, Lori's a redhead too. And she says this is like her. You need to watch this video from start to finish because we just did like a whole thing discussing warm tones and warm tones for eyebrows for redheads and a whole thing. So just got to get back into care.
Well, I used to get up early and put a makeup on and go to work and stuff, and now I just get up and try to get to work as soon as I possibly can. So I get to work at 6 o'clock
Oh
or
my
6:30.
God. Well, see, if it's that early, jeez.
Well, I can be anytime I want. They're very
Yeah.
forgiving,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
I want to get home as soon as possible.
Right, because of traffic.
So 8 hours later, it's 2:30, and and it's like, well, do you want to sit down and put 20 minutes into putting makeup on, or you want to go to work?
Yeah.
I want to go to work.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's different. But when you get there, I mean, I'm sure there's times where you can.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I keep the.
Just the outer V. We're doing her outer V.
What is the mascara without the 3D? Just Epic?
Epic, yeah.
I keep an Epic.
Oh, okay. At work?
Yeah, and I can put that on.
Oh,
and
good.
that makes a huge difference. And I also put it on my eyebrows if I have to. Because my eyebrows are so pale.
Uh-huh. Well, now since you have palette 1, I've done this whole thing with palette 1 and palette 1 and the Sunset Bronzer. So we're doing the outer V with, this is Forthright in palette 1. Just found you guys. Great to hear the fun. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey.
We're on coffee. We're a lot of whatever that coffee concoction she gave me was fabulous. So, and I don't have a Keurig. We just got a new old school coffee maker and
yeah. So it was Dunkin' Donuts coffee, Keurig coffee with a packet of Swiss Miss Diet Cocoa.
This sounds like a recipe.
And just some cinnamon on top.
And cinnamon on top. Oh, I know. That's what it was. It was coffee plus cocoa.
Yeah, that was my cheap way of making a mocha.
Ah.
And not drinking 600 calories at the same time.
Yeah. It's all diet. Yeah. So we're on a stevia. Is that stevia or is it still aspartame?
I use aspartame, but, you know, I just like the way it tastes, even though it's just nothing but chemical.
Hey, Christina. Thanks for joining. Need to try that.
Hey, Mama.
She's coming back. Yeah, see, now here we just did our outer V. And
sexy.
Yeah. And she's doing highlighting for the first time and contouring. Oh, hey, Angela just joined us too. Awesome.
Are you guys watching an Alabama game, Christy?
And we're just doing the blending. I'm trying. She's got all the brushes. She's got tons of good play stuff for me to play with. And awesome. Look at this. We've got highlight going. We've got contour. We contoured our everything, highlighted everything, and brow 101. Okay, so we've done that. So let's see. We got liner. What do we want to do liner wise? Do you have?
I have the dip and draw. I have all the pencils. Every single pencil.
We got every setup. She's got. You wouldn't believe the setup she's got. She's got every pencil here. We've got every pencil. She's got. Oh my God, the spread of makeup and the brush sets, and it's fabulous, and it is fun. So we've got. Oh no, what is that?
These are other companies.
Okay.
Those are brow stuff.
Okay.
But Nelson and I set that up. We didn't have any place to put the brushes, so it's like little glasses.
That's perfect. That's like YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
It's like all these YouTube things. Of course, we are Roll Tide. Is that a football term?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
She and her husband, the sheriff.
Okay.
Or almost sheriff, or whatever his title is. She's going to kill me. Live in Alabama, and they love.
And I know sports is like a religion in the South. It's my mom is FSU or Florida, whatever state of Florida. What is Florida? It's FSU, University of Florida or FSU.
Florida State University.
Yeah. But I don't know if she's Florida State or if she's University of. Okay. But I know they're competitors. But I know when those games were on, it was like, oh my God, the whole world.
Apparently Alabama's kicking ass and always has. So that must be a fun team to like.
Yeah. Okay, so do you have rose water, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so we're going to do, this is palette 2, and I'm going to do Peppy in palette 2, and wet this down. This is a little angle brush, and you could do it with the angle of the...
I got so much junk sitting around.
Yeah, I know. You can do it with the angle of the double brow brush if you have an extra one. I like keeping a separate one of these so I can wet it down with rose water just like I do with an eyeliner brush. And then just kind of blot it a little bit. And then I go into the Peppy.
That's funny that the black is Peppy.
Yeah. And I'm going to use this like it's a liquid liner. A Florida State University. Yeah. I knew what it stood for, but I couldn't remember which one my mom is a fan of. If she's a fan of the...
Better get it right.
Yeah, well, what is it? I'm
Sports challenge?
No, I almost said I'm illegitimate, but I was trying to think illiterate. Illiterate. A sports illiterate. Sports
I think
illegitimate.
illegitimate's better. I'm sports impotent. You're crazy.
Oh, no. Okay, so now if we're going to do this little liner thing, and so what I like about this is you got this whole thing that's at an angle, and so you already have it right here. So, okay, look right there.
Oh my. That's cool.
Yeah. And we're doing, so let's see, why don't you hold this? So
Okay.
hold this so they can see. So just taking it and just paint, paint, paint.
Christy knows how to do all this
Yeah.
stuff. She did it on me.
There. Okay, see? Now I just went up a little bit.
Nice.
And then Q-tip.
Oh, here. Oops, I'm moving the phone as if
It's all right. It's okay.
as if it wasn't a camera.
It's okay. Oh, what a cute little Q-tip
Is
box.
there a slide? There should be
Yeah.
a slide.
Oh.
There you go.
Where?
On this side.
Oh, you've got all. Oh my God! I've never
It's
seen
like
this.
10 years
This
old.
is like when you strike a match, like when you're.
They
like,
sold them like that, and I just kept it
okay.
forever.
I just got a little bit right there. So if you want to clean it up, you can clean it up like that. See?
Nice.
Okay, so I just see a little spot right here. There. Okay. Whoops. Oh,
And you didn't go all the way across my eyeball
No,
either.
no.
So.
You do the thicker here,
Mm-hmm.
and then you go, as you go closer, it's actually thin. Of course, I just dropped it. Dropped it again. All right, we're not going to use that one. That one fell on the
Sure,
floor.
we're drinking coffee.
All right, we're going to... Yeah, see?
I know, where do you want it?
Yeah, you're good. You're good. That's perfect. Okay. Oh my God, now I got to wet this one down. But see, it's hard because I'm klutzy, and I've always been klutzy. And sometimes when I'd be nervous when I first started, people would be like, "You don't know what you're doing." I mean, there's like
That voice of people is so nice.
because people are some people
Yeah.
would be so crabby and mean. And that's part of the reason why I never did waxing. I one time had somebody where my hands were shaking because I was nervous, and even in beauty school.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying to wax this lady's eyebrows, and my hands were shaking because, oh, get that lady hair off of me, your hands are shaking. I don't want to. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, that
You know,
helps.
I was like, well, I was just crying. I was hysterical. You know, people don't realize. I'm thinking, you're going to beauty school. You're gonna, you're
Right.
getting something done at a beauty school. You're gonna have people who are nervous. It's their first time. And
I'm not a neurosurgeon. Get over it.
Exactly.
Well, that's nice.
Mm-hmm. Now I'm a little. The other one was better, but because I'm a little challenged because I dropped that one on the floor. There we go.
All the
Get this-
cat hairs.
Yeah. What's your germ? So you live with
That's.
Oh God. Here we go. Okay.
It's funny because the camera is obviously not where I'm looking, so I look like I'm looking down all the time.
Mm-hmm. I just got to get a little closer with this side. There. And then I just got to get this out here. And the good thing about with the sponges is the sponge is already at an angle. So yeah.
There's Marilyn.
Yeah. So there's that. So you see me do that all the time, but I guess it's different when you actually see me do it like on you, right?
Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Because I watch you and I go, yep, I got it. And then I come over here and I don't have it.
All right, so one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to what we did back with the forthright, I did under the V. So instead of doing liner under here, actually, let me get, where's that? Let me get another sponge here. Because you have a little bit of fallout here.
Another thing those internet ladies do is put like 40 pounds of white powder under their eyes.
Oh, that's what the baking is. That's what.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, but this doesn't look like baking. They look
Right.
like
Oh, yeah, they do so much because that's what the Behold would do. But
Okay.
yeah, they do a lot of that, and then they'll do the eyes first, and then put all the stuff under it, so that way if there is fallout, then you're doing that. But I mean, you can do it in any order. We're just gonna do this. Look up the ceiling. Let's do a little smoky here. So that way you're not doing the heavy liner as heavy as we did on top. Under here.
Now, which one are you using? That little angly one?
Yeah, I'm using the little angly one. There we go. Okay. Pretty. That's good, see?
Yep. Yeah, that looks amazing.
You ready to go out?
Yeah. You just gotta come over every morning and do your makeup.
All right. Now, let's see. What was I gonna do next? Edward, you have the 3D, or you have the Epic at home? You have the Epic at work.
Actually, it's in my lunchbox. If you want me to go get it.
Okay, no, it's all right. We'll do. Let's do. I'll just do the transplanting gel.
Okay.
Fibers are. I'm kind of like, I don't know. I go through phases with the fibers, where I like you doing them, but then sometimes it's just the transplanting gel is enough.
Yeah, it's
or
some good
even
stuff.
Epic is enough. But you also have very light lashes too.
Yep.
So yeah.
Every once in a while, I'll dye them.
So yeah, you have to go down and then up. I rarely have to go down and up.
Because otherwise, you'll just have black on one side. Is
Yeah. Did you curl your lashes sometimes too?
I haven't in a long time. Whoops. My bad.
Sorry.
I used to, and then I heard it was bad, so I just stopped. And then I had a phase where I paid a lot of money for those fake extensions.
Oh my god.
But they didn't last very long.
Right.
I was paying $300 in 2 hours for something that lasts 10 days.
Jeez. That's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money.
Yeah.
And within 2 weeks, you look like a crazy woman because half of them were falling out.
I used to work with a lady who she would do them herself. This was like in the 80s.
Wow.
Herself, because when in the hair world, like we learn how to do them, but it would be like little clusters of 2 or 3.
Right.
And then you glue on the little bulb onto your lash line.
Right.
And then, so what happened, then she'd put mascara on. But then, of course, the way especially it wasn't Younique, it definitely, and then, the mascara would you'd get like the clump, you get like a clump. So then some of her lashes would fall out, and some were her own lashes, and some were like the fake lash. So you'd have like a claw. You'd be like 2 over here, and then a gap, and then be like 1 over here.
Well, I'm just used to the 80s where everyone just put on enough mascara.
Right.
Baker
Yeah. I'm just going to do a little more, straighten out this line because it's... Do
you want my eyes closed?
No, yeah. I'm just going to fix this side a little bit more. That's what I'm a perfectionist.
Marvelous.
Oh, look at you!
I know, I have eyes!
Okay, yeah, that's better. Much better. Okay.
Wow, I'm just so happy to have eyes.
Yeah.
What a huge difference.
And maybe I'll do a little more underneath, just for fun. I'll go down to...
You forget, well, you wear makeup every day, but when you don't wear makeup every day, you forget how great you look with it, and then you're like, oh, this'll work.
Yeah, I'm going to do a little bit of peppy over here in the corner. Little peppier. You need to be a little peppier.
Never.
Little peppy!
Why don't you smile? You'd be so pretty if you smiled. I can't give the finger on Facebook.
Oh, don't you hate that? Oh, now I'm so glad people are not, you know, in addition to people talking about sexual harassment, but they're talking about venting about how strange men will just come when you're walking down the road, and they'll be like, smile. Like, oh, I'm here, supposed to be here smiling,
right?
You know,
and then you don't. And they're like, bleep, bleep, bleep.
Oh yeah, and you're like, oh my god, it's just like, well, smile. I'm like, oh, I'm supposed to smile for you. Yeah.
Has it ever worked? This screaming at people.
I know. Like, I think it's gonna get.
Marry you.
Well, you know what though? I actually know somebody who's actually don't ask, but that's how she's met cab driver. She's dated anybody.
Well, it takes all kinds.
She just like really?
Oh, lips. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do lips now. This is pompous. Oh yeah, you're pompous. This looks a little darker than mine. The color looks the same, but the little shade thing. Maybe this is a newer one. Because mine looks a little more purpley pink. But oh, she's like, yeah, I met a cab driver the other day because he called out to me and said he at the bus driver.
Oh my!
I'm like, whatever, you know, whatever works, you know. I hear it all. Everybody tells me everything. Only your hairdresser knows.
Uh-oh.
Only the hairdresser knows. I'm crazy. They're like, you're supposed to smile. So yes, I'm doing a little bit below the line.
Yeah, I hear you say that.
Mm-hmm.
Everything you do looks better than when I do it.
Now, maybe you should watch it. Okay, maybe, well, let's see. Maybe, why don't you hold this so I can draw your upper
Everybody
lip
can
so you
watch at the same time?
Yeah. So, see where you would probably just go right there, right? I'm actually going right above. Like right there. Like right.
You're also doing it very lightly. I find
yes,
that
yes. Everybody presses too. Everybody else presses too hard. It's better to start and do a little light. Because for one thing, if I make a mistake, I have to. It's less to wipe, and it's less of a mess to wipe. I see right there we went a tad too high, but that's all right. I'm just going to draw this up a little higher then to match it. And that's what I do, and that's how I started like going higher. Like you go up a little higher, and you go up a little higher. See, and now suddenly.
Yeah, because I really don't have much of an upper lip.
Yeah, yeah, but you just create one. And see, now I'm making the Cupid's bow be a little higher between those two peaks, and there we go. Look at that.
Pretty good.
And then once we get some lipstick on there.
I just can't believe how different I look with eye makeup on. Like, oh, okay, maybe I will start doing that again.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm just going to do a little bit of this neutral in here. Okay. Just to fade that in a little bit. And you're not a lipstick person or a lip gloss person, right?
Right. I like the stains because it doesn't feel like anything.
Yeah, yeah. So you could also just use the lip liner as color.
Yeah, because I don't feel this at all.
You don't feel that at all, yeah. See? So I did a darker as to line to give color, to give more depth.
Okay.
And then I'm actually using this nude, which is pouty, and kind of just going over it and then blending that into the lip. And so that looks like I'm coloring your whole lip with both I'm taking some of that and blending that in and actually filling it in with there.
Cool.
So you have like, it's a dimensional lip look. But see,
neat.
It's a dimensional lip look. Yeah, see, you're not used to even seeing more color there. But that's how you can actually look like you actually have more lip. And I can go over that to make that look a little
And I like the color because a lot of times I pick a color that is dark and it makes my lips look smaller.
Right. And that's the biggest mistake people, I can honestly say, if you're over 35...
Who would that be?
Yeah, if you're over 35, the darker your lips without any and pale makeup makes you look older. You know, it really does, because it makes your lips look smaller, and the paler makeup actually accentuates lines.
Okay.
So if you go lighter, softer lips, some combination of dimensional color around here, people don't see the other stuff that we want to hide. So. So there is that.
Look at me.
I know, you look so gorgeous. Just clean that up right there. Now, here is another little pro tip, and I learned from watching things like Real Housewives. Real Housewives, I happen to be watching somebody got, I can't remember which one it was, but one of the, where's that other concealer brush, or shadow brush? Was it this one? No, was it this one? This has glitter on it, but I'll just wipe that off. Okay. So I'm just going to take a little concealer.
I'm trying to make my arm comfortable.
Yeah. I'm going to take a little concealer. And I'm going to go, this is how you can clean up your lip line. There.
Cool.
And then just blend that in. If you want to make that be a little bit more defined. There you go. Just clean that up right there. There we go.
Hey!
Yeah, see?
That's nice.
Just want to soften that point a little bit. People don't realize all the little tricks.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I look all right.
Yeah, you look great. Fabulous, fabulous. Now, let's just play around here.
Yep.
Let's get this hair going and let's get some style happening here and some volume and...
Sexy!
Yeah.
Now, if I just leave it and sleep on it for 2 days and get to Hawaii with this neck fun.
Yeah. Well, believe me, I bet if you put the Behold setting powder on there, oh my God. Now, where's the spray, the Behold setting spray?
I just have this, it's not...
Oh, okay, that's fine. That's what it'll do. You do an X, go like that, and go like that. Yeah. It's like hairspray for your face.
I'm gorgeous. Thank you.
Yeah, you look fabulous.
Wow, much better than when we started.
Yeah. Now, what you can do a screenshot. You can rewind, like when you say this, and you can actually do a screenshot. Now, if we want to we could do an extra pow.
Go ahead, keep talking.
Okay. Because you can do, like what I do is I'll rewind videos to where I'm beginning, where I have no makeup on, and I do a screenshot of that in the video. Sometimes I have to do a couple of screenshots, and then I go to the end, fast forward to the end, where my makeup's all done, and then I take a selfie of that, and then just do a screen grab of that. And so then I go to pick stitch, and then I do a side by side, and then that's my before and after. So,
I'm going to take a picture of myself.
Yep. So,
thank you.
Yes. So she is ready to go. Now I see how mine. I need to get myself together. She's all fresh, fresh and fabulous. So thanks so much for joining us, and have a great night. Take care. Thanks. Bye.